Alrighty, mathematicians, we are in Algebra 2. This is section 412, and today we are going to be doing problem 4-27, and we are supposed to solve the equation and look for extraneous solutions. We're going to do letter B here, all right? So notice there is an x under the square root and an x out of the square root, all right? So what we need to do is we need to get the square root alone. That way we can square both sides. Do that by adding x to both sides. That x will cancel, giving us the square root of 2x minus 1 equals x. Now, since the square root is alone, we can get rid of that via inverse operations by squaring both sides of the equation. Notice the square will cancel the square root, giving us just 2x minus 1 on the left side and x squared on the right. Notice we have mathematically created that x squared, giving us a potential for an extraneous solution. Now what we're going to do, we need to notice that there is an x squared and an x, so we need our intentions are to factor. So we're going to add 2x, or I'm sorry, subtract 2x and add 1 to both sides of the equation, getting it equal to 0, because notice both of these will cancel, giving us 0 equals x squared minus 2x plus 1. Again, it's always better if your x squared is positive. That just helps with factoring. All right, so now what we're going to do, we are going to factor this. So go ahead, draw a box. Draw a diamond, and we are going to do our normal factoring process. First one goes in the first box, last one goes in the last box, middle in the bottom of the diamond, and multiply the first and the last, so we get 1x squared, and that goes on the top. Now we're thinking, what multiplies to 1x squared but adds to negative 2? That will be negative 1x and negative 1x. You put those in the corners. And hey, look what we got here. We got x, negative 1, and negative 1. Again, we're thinking, what can we divide out of each one? So then we can rewrite this. 0 equals x minus 1 and x minus 1. Hey, look, since they are the same, we will get the same answer via zero product property. So we have x minus 1 equals 0 and x minus 1 equals 0. You could add 1 on this one, and you'd get x equals 1. That would be an answer. On the other one, you're going to get the exact same answer. Now, the last thing you need to do is you need to check, is there such a thing as an extraneous solution on this case, right? We have one answer, so let's test it. Go back to the original problem, and we're thinking, okay, plug it in. So we have the square root of 2 times 1 minus 1 equals 0. Let's see what happens, right? We're plugging in 1. 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 is 1, so the square root of 1 is 1. Minus 1 is 0. This does indeed make our equation true, and so then our answer is x equals 1.